Today we're going to look at a surveillance video of an off-duty police officer in Chicago who's pumping gas, and he's robbed by 3 different people, one of which has a gun. So let's take a look at this. We want to look at the principles to survive, see it, understand it, respond to it violently with intensity, and then verbalize while we're responding to it, and then be able to explain it afterwards. So let's take a look at the video, see what he did, and then I'm going to break down his actions. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what he did and what I recommend. Okay, as we look at this video, what's happening is he's facing the gas pump. He's got the gas nozzle in his hand, and the bad guy comes up to approach. The off-duty officer looks over his shoulder and sees the bad guy. The bad guy's already within 7 to 8 feet, which is pretty common. Most of the time when you actually see the attack, they're going to be fairly close. The officer did a good job of understanding that he was being attacked or threatened with this gun. He started to create space, and he bladed his body away from the bad guy. Now we have 2 other bad guys, so basically they're surrounded. One bad guy is not really paying attention. He's rummaging through the car. The other bad guy is off to this off-duty officer's right. So the off-duty officer reaches into his pocket and hands the bad guy something. But as you see, he's bladed, and his gun is concealed in a 3-4 position. This is one reason why I like the 3-4 position. If he was in appendix carry, the bad guy to his right or in front could see that he was drawing a firearm. But as we look at the video, you really can't see from the bad guy's perspective what he's reaching for. He could very well be reaching for a wallet. But he takes his front hand, the officer takes his front hand, pins or attempts to pin the gun towards the bad guy, subsequently draws his firearm, shoots the bad guy in the head. He does pause just for a brief second, which is not recommended, but it happened, and then he immediately regained composure and started to scan, created distance, and got turned around to get the bad guys in front of him. Now, the other 2 bad guys took off running. Okay, so let's look at what this officer did. As the bad guy approached, he puts his hands up and he blades away from him. He reaches into his pocket, gives the bad guy something. Now, with his other hand, he's drawing the firearm, and even on this video, you can't see what I'm drawing for. It very well could be a wallet. But what happens is he draws this firearm. As he's pinning, he comes over the top, shoots the bad guy in the head. Now, the officer punches through. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend coming to the one-handed tactical position. But the officer did a good job, shot the bad guy, had a momentary pause, and then he started scanning, and he created distance and got the bad guys in front of him. Of course, the other 2 bad guys had taken off running. Look at this. I have this exact technique step by step at selfprotectiontv.com. Now, if you want to see the actual walkthrough of how you defend this exactly as, pretty close to what this officer did, you can go to selfprotectiontv.com. If you're not a member already, that's okay. You can sign up for a free membership and have access to 5 free videos a month. I also have a complete Krav Maga curriculum on the website, so you can see how you would defend this if you don't have a gun, which is very important because most of the time I recommend that you go ahead and do the Krav Maga gun defense or knife defense or defending whatever attack might be there. So as we go forward and we look at these surveillance videos, go ahead and sign up for your membership and get access to some of these videos so you can see exactly how we're going to walk through and defend this, and then you'll be able to practice it at home. As always, make sure that you practice safe and that all firearms are unloaded. Take a look at First Things First video and you'll see that every time I start filming, these guns are unloaded. There is no ammunition in this gun. I'm Steve Swimford with Self Protection TV.